3-4 defense system, Coach Brady, talking about run fits in this session. We're going to go through just a couple of the different things that we work on, on a daily basis with our guys, inside run, with the film study. There's 6 basic things I think we got to be good at for our defense. I'm going to run through all 6 of these real quick. Gap sound, gap control, fitting gap scheme plays, zone run fits, the option game, and then block rec, which is something I want to talk to you about. All right, the first one, being gap sound. So in order to do that, our guys have to understand what their gap is and how it works with everybody else as far as the defense goes. So the first thing they learn is, I'm the A gap player, B gap player. What does that mean? Where do I fit within the scheme? Where's everybody else at? It allows you to do a better job. Now, obviously, your young players, their first time putting this system in, they may have to take a little time to understand that. But as you grow in the program, you get 3rd, 4th year in the program, and you're using these same words about being gap sound, your guys will be more productive, and you're going to find to be much better on defense as you progress. So gap control, that means, I know I'm the A-gap player, but make sure you own your gap, right? Do a good job, use your correct technique. You're going to see some film today where there's going to be guys that are playing their gap, but not doing a great job of controlling their gap. They're in their gap, right? But if you don't control your gap, you're creating problems other places. The running back won't come in your gap if you try to avoid a block, but you're in your gap, or you try to olay somebody. A common mistake is I'm on the edge, I'm holding the edge, and the ball's inside of me, and at the last second, I let go too early and jump inside, and the ball bounces out, and then there's nobody there. So again, you got to do your job first, take care of yours, trust the other guys, other 10 guys do their job, and we'll be a sound defense that works together, all right? All right, so gap scheme plays. You play teams that run trap, power, counter. We got to talk about how we're going to play those. That changes a little bit of our scheme defensively compared to one-back, one-back zone teams. So if we're going to see a gap scheme type situation, we're going to work on, or we're going to spill, or we're going to hard joint. How are we going to fit? How's our secondary going to support the run game based on the coverage and the call within the run game? So, and we're always trying to stop the run first. So that's something we talk about a lot, and our kids need to understand it the same way we do as coaches. So we're going to talk through it. We're going to watch the film every day from inside run and allow them to get better and to see themselves, see their footwork, see their hand placement, see their leverage, so they can start understanding where they need to be successful and to play at a high level. All right. So that leads into zone run fits. So obviously zone and gap scheme are complementary to each other for offenses because they both give you different fits, okay? For our zone run, the first thing is, we're going to just fit our gaps, but now we have to understand as a linebacker, are we playing a zone read type team? Are they reading the end? Are they letting the end go? If they're going to read the end, now that's going to create a natural X situation for us. As long as we're going to put that end, the guy they're not blocking, on the dive or the first threat, that means the backer now has to take the second threat. Or vice versa, right? If we're going to put the end not being blocked on the quarterback, because the quarterback's a big threat, and that means now the linebacker knows he has to tackle the dive. All right, so these are things we got to talk about as a staff, and our kids need to understand how we're going to play that. It needs to really be something we're consistent with. You don't want to be changing that up a lot as far as your program goes. So we play using one option team a year. Some teams run a little bit of speed option once in a while, just as a to mess you up a little bit. Option forces you to be good individually and in space. It's one-on-one tackles. You have to do your job and responsibility. You have to be disciplined. So it's a great offense to run. It challenges us as a defense. Makes us better as defensive players, though. So, and you saw already in all of our charts and fits, we always have where you fit in option. So A and B gap players, you got dive. C gap player has quarterback, and D gap player, you got the pitch. All right, block recs. This is the one thing I wanted to finish up with. I think it's important that you're constantly working on your basic run fits. So an idea for you is to take one period a week, on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, take 10 minutes, 8 minutes, whatever it takes you to do it, run 10 plays, ones versus ones, and then young guys versus young guys, film it, but run 10 different running plays you're going to see throughout the season. Okay, ISO, power, toss, counter, trap, wham, dive option, veer option. All these different plays you might see during the season, run through, have 10 cards. Pick up 10 cards at the beginning of the year, mix them up every week, but let your defense see these keys and get the reactionary stimulus so they can get used to fitting different plays. And that way I'll keep you kind of sound all season You know, if week 6 you run into a team that runs power and you haven't seen that in 3 weeks, you've still been practicing it all year. So that's block rec. I think it's good, especially good for your young guys to keep bringing them along as well. All right, run fits. We're going to talk about some of our run fits in the 3-4, some of our base stuff. This first one, we're going to look at the jack position. Okay, he's lined up right here. It's a strong left call, so the Sam's up top. Okay, we're playing, looks like we're in man-to-man here, man-free. But I want you to see the spill here by the jack. His key's going to go down. Again, he's keying this tackle right here. Tackle's going to block down. He's going to step down with him and then come spill the kick out from the H-back. Pretty good job here. A little bit high. If you'd like to see him get a little bit lower with his leverage. But you can see here how he does a good job of attacking the inside half of the man. He's a little bit of a push, and he makes the play too. Watch from the tight as well. Here's the tight view. You can see him coming off the edge here. Again, way too high with his contact point. I'd like to see him get his pads down to that guy's hip, to his knee to hip area. Okay, but he has good force. He has good leverage. It gets inside and makes the play. So pretty good job there by our jack. Our tackle's cheating a little bit here. He's the B-gap player, so he's cheating the B-gap. He needs to be a little more explosive off the ball. Okay, but good job of getting rid of that guy and kind of washing him by with his fit right there. Our linebackers, because that back is over, again, the backfield set matters to us. So our will backer, because the back H is offset, is going to widen a little bit. And on this kind of an action, it's a cloudy look for him. Right now, he should be over the top. So let's see here. Let's go back to the other view and see a little better. Let's watch our will here, our will backer. He should be working over the top of this to his right. Okay, and he doesn't. He should. He should be over the top of that. Because if this thing bounces, it has to bounce to him. All right, it's cloudy in there for him right now. This guy needs to work right here. You got to again, talk about trusting the scheme. Talk about trusting our scheme being sound. That's a natural X for that backer. Anytime it's cloudy, clear like that, and you know that guy's going to spill, he's going to spill that to you. Okay, here's one from practice. Okay, we're actually, this is a zone blitz. We're going to be blitzing here. It's steam. So you got the end is going to long stick. He's going to long stick to A. Our nose is going to go A weak. He's going C, and our mic's going to come right here in the B gap. Okay, so here we go. Pretty good long stick by the end, as you can see. He needs to get himself back square in that hole, and then once he sees this play away, now he can go flat down the line of scrimmage and make this tackle. This is quarterback ISO. So great first step. We talk about first steps. The reason we film all the time this angle is so we can see their feet. You're going to see our DN, it's a left call. His first step is here. Gets him on a good angle to go make this play. Good job by the nose guard. I don't like his stance. His stance is too wide for me. Okay, he should have a tighter stance. So when he steps here, but he's a good job of staying in the A gap. Good job there. My D tackle has to trust it. He should be working the C gap. Protect the C gap first, then fall back inside. Okay, do your job first. That ball might bounce. Okay, my Mike's going to run downhill on this, and then he's going to chase too because ball's going away from him. Okay, he's too high and not bending. So as my Mike is blitzing right there, here comes my blitzer. Anytime I'm blitzing AB gap, AB or C gap, and it's play away from me, which this is, I want to hit that gap and then bend nice and tight. Okay, he's standing straight up. Okay, one hand will knock him over. We got to do a better job with our leverage here. Attack the gap and then bend tight. Okay, my will backer right here, okay, number 40. He's the B-gap player. We're sliding this way, so on any flow at him, he needs to fill B-gap right now. So he's too slow. He's not firing his gun. It's a red C read for him. You can see, remember, his keys are guard to the ball, to the back, right? It makes a triangle, his triangle read. He's got a down block. There's a huge lane here, and anytime a backer has a big lane, he's got to go fill it and fill it tight to the guard. So his red C read, he needs to go attack this. Okay, he's late to the play. Late. All right, now our jack out here. Okay, he's going to drop on the snap. All right. Now, depending on what the receiver situation is, he doesn't have to. But if he takes a drop step, he still should take a pitcher. right? Take a picture of what's going on. What kind of block does he get? Let's see what the tackle does. Gets a pass set. All right, that's cool. So at least he's trusting his keys. That's good. I like that. Pass set. Then you realize it's draw. Once you realize it's draw, he has to fold back inside because remember, he's going to fold inside of the play on any kind of base block or out block. And it's a pass set, so he's going to end up, our jack will end up inside of this, helping on the B gap. So with the ISO here, we have two guys come play that. Now the other guy won't be in the picture if it's a zone blitz. If we're going 3 deep, 3 under, is going to be our safety because the Sam's going to blitz off the edge. The safety's going to come down in the box. He'll be the cutback player, okay, on this play for us. All right. Okay, here's Okie. We're in palms. We're going to our right here. Okay, now this is a tough one, but excuse me, my end is already lined up in a 5. You can see he's already in a 5 technique. Doesn't need to widen any more than that. He can work right from there. The problem is when his key goes down, he has to come down with him and come spill. Okay, so we lose our spill on this. This is very important. You know, C-gap player, you're a spill player. See how he gets trapped? And right now, he's outside of the block. We need him under the block, right? To either make that tackle or force that running back. Now the running back will have to bounce, and now our backer is perfect. The backer fits this really well. Look at number 12. Here's our Mike. Okay, he sees it. Okay, he sees what's happening. It's going to be a cloudy read for him, right? This guy's going to come spill it, so the Mike can natural exit and make the tackle. Watch from the wide. See at the end, it's bad technique by the end. He's not even seeing his key, not getting his hands on his key at all. He should get his hands to his key, use that key if he can to pull himself down inside to come either trap the trapper or tackle the dive. Whatever it is, he gets trapped here, puts pressure on our Mike, but the Mike does a great job. Great job by the Mike here. Should get a pull call from the Will. Okay, here's my Will right here, number 7. His key is gonna pull the guard. That's the guy it's trapping. We should get a hand up. Like, see our guy put our hand up and step with it. Shuffle, shuffle, stack, pull, pull. Make a pull call to my other backer, which he does. See his hand go up? His hand's up. I know he said pull. That tells the Mike he's gonna get over the top. We should get a spill. Okay, my nose guard has to have a little more leverage here. So his feet went out. I see his feet. I see his hands like this and his feet went out. He has no power, no leverage. That's why this double team comes and he gets pushed pretty far down the line here. Okay, he got crushed. Okay, he has to do a better job with his base, come off the football, and not just put his legs out. All right, that's that play. All right. Okay, we're in 0 here. I wanted to add this one because we're blitzing, right? We're all blitzing a gap. Everybody has a gap, but the offensive line is going to move. Okay, so they're running outside zone here. We have to do a better job of attacking our gaps, getting to our gaps. You're going to see we miss out on a bunch of gaps here. Okay, now this is a hard block. He's blocking down on my end. That's going to be tough. But I need my backer to get the B gap. I need my nose to get the A gap. This backer needs to be in that gap. He needs to be in B gap. You're going to see we get out gapped here pretty bad. Luckily, we recover and able to make a play. Our nose guards made a great play backdooring it. We got really lucky, honestly, though, right? Really lucky. We missed our gaps. We got to do a better job on our gaps. Now, pretty good job by the D end of feeling this. Okay, he's working to C. He was this C gap player. He feels this down block, and he's going to cross face, right? That's a great job. That's just block recognition. That's spending a lot of time doing drills with the D line and getting good at it. Okay, the problem with my nose guard is his first step. He's not lateral leading. He has to lateral lead and then attack that gap. My linebackers have to change their angle, right? Their angle started there, but that lineman was running out. I got to change my angle too to match it. Again, we're in 0 here, so the tough part here is our secondaries in man. They got to watch their man first. They got to take their man, cover him. Now, anytime your safety has the tight end man-to-man or an H-back like you see here, okay, our safety is zeroed in on the tight end. Okay, when he blocks, that can clue us in to get involved in the run game. His rule's pretty simple. If that guy blocks out, he now fills inside in C-gap. If that guy blocks down, he's got to think about coming off the edge and filling outside. So pretty good job there by the safety. We got lucky on that one. All right, this is good for contain on the outsides. We're running steam here. Okay, we're coming off the edge. Here comes the Sam. We're gonna have the Mike blitz. The end's gonna long stick. It's a left call. So we got field Okie Steelers. I'm sorry, steam. Okay, we're playing cover 3 behind it. But the important thing here is the drop down safety. Great job by the safety. He's coming down. Remember, he's a skiff player. Skiff means you have force. You get to read MLOS and do a good job forcing the ball back inside. He does a super job here of working back to get contained. Good job with his hands. Collision, separation, forces the ball back inside to all the help. We should have 10 guys running to the football. Well, you know, 8 at least. Run to the football inside out. Okay, our Mike's going to overrun it here. Okay, we got to do a better job. Again, here comes the Mike right here. You want to work inside out. This is the vice tackle drill we do all the time in practice. We have a vice tackle. You got the strong safety outside, you got the Mike inside. Okay, work. Now get there, gather, right? Gather your feet. Okay, make a tackle, stay on your feet, make the play. All right, moving on. Break for a second. Oh, there we go. Finally loaded. I've got some of that out.
Yeah.
Waiting for it to load.
I'll chop it up.
All right, so we're going to blitz the bunch here. We're bringing some pressure off the edge, bringing 5 guys to this tight bunch. Okay, if we start over here, okay, we got our Jack. Okay, he is a backside skiff player. 2's in the backfield, so he can back up a little bit here. He's a linebacker. On play away, he's going to be BCR. Okay. Our tackle should be working the C-gap, make sure he has contained. He's playing boot, anything coming back. He's good. Our nose guard is good. Okay, 41, nose guard. Steps to the left A-gap, and now what we need him to do, once he steps to this left A-gap and he sees the flow is going this way, he needs to put his hand on that guard right there. Put your hand on that guard and ricochet flat back the other way. So I want to get on this guard and get flat back this way, down the line of scrimmage. Okay, my DN is coming flat to A-gap. Nice job. Good long stick. He's in his gap. Did his job. My Sam's going to spill everything, make a pile. My free safety is blitzing here too. What we could have done on this is swapped it. We should have sent the Mike on the blitz and let the safety clean up. But we didn't, so the safety's going to blitz off the edge. The Mike now is the contained player. He's the skiff guy over there with the corner being late contained to the field. It's cover 3. Now the corner's going to come up a little bit sooner than he probably should because he's all blocking and he sees that. But he has to make sure before he comes up because really the Mike should be the one out here forcing this play right now. The Mike needs to have a little wider alignment, okay, because he is the skiff player. He's the force guy over there because the Sam and the free are both blitzing. But nice job by the corner of attacking it. And I'm getting a nice defensive play here for us. All right, so here we're checking trips. We're going to check square is the check up front, okay? We're moving left. We're moving to it, so we got a little, get the call, Liz call here towards the Sam, slant to the Sam. Okay, my DN takes the easy way out. My DN has to win this gap, right? That's C gap. I got to win C gap. Same with my Sam. He's got to win outside shoulder. So he gets there late. The Sam gets there late. Okay? Now my Mike on this. Okay, here comes my Mike. My Mike backer right here. He's coming over the top. Okay, what I want him to do is cross face on that, dip and rip. See how high he is? He kind of lays his hands on the block. That's too easy. He's making himself really easy to block right here. I want to dip and rip this. We do this drill every day with linebackers, right? I want to dip and rip and get back up inside and back up towards the running back there. Because I know as soon as I dip and rip, he's probably going to cut it back. So I'm going to beat the block and then get my feet under control and gather and settle my hips and make this tackle. Never want to go back inside like that. That's not smart. Corner's got to stay over the top, right? Corner's got to stay back here. He's deep. He's late contained. If this guy does his job, he will fit inside of that. And we'll be fine. Pretty good job by the other backer. Okay, number 4, the wheel backer, pretty good. And right here, we're in great position. He is perfect. The wheel's perfect. Need our Mike to stay here. He'll fill there. We got our guys running to the football. I mean, we're good. Just 44 for some reason went back inside. Doesn't make any sense. All right. So we got just do our job. Be smart. Don't try and be a hero. That's what happens trying to be a hero. They get more yards. Okay. Here's Okie Knight. Okay. Here's the good job here now. So you're gonna see our 5 tech. His key comes down. He feels it. He comes down. Okay. He blows this play up. Takes out 2 guys. That's a great job. Takes out 2 guys, and the Mike's free. Mike just make a tackle. Good job. Good form tackle. Square up. Get downhill. Like to see him get rid of the hop step. I don't like the hop step by the Mike there. Okay? But I do like the fact how he's attacking downhill and going to get it and being aggressive. I like that. Okay? Our Sam is outside. He's up box here. He's hard jointing on this call. So he's good. Our Jack's down at the bottom. He's got play away. Could he work over the top? We got a robber call here from the safety. See our safety down in the box right here. Here's our safety. He came down. So he's going to come down and play away. He's going to have BCR. He's going to play cut back first to over the top as like a linebacker. Pretty good stuff. All right, we're on a goal line here. We got a smoke call, so our D-line's pinching. Again, we don't want to run around blocks. So again, we talk about block destruction right here. Okay, this is a base block. Even though I'm moving from being on the tackle, moving to B gap, and that guy bases me, I want to train wreck that collision, separation, play my gap. All right, don't run around blocks. When you run around blocks like this, you create huge holes. So he just did that. Look how big this hole just got. Right, because he tried to olay the play. He's in his gap. He is. Right, but he made the play a lot harder for our Mike. Now, for linebackers, as you guys know, if you've got a red C read, you better go hit it right now. Now, the nose is wrong here because the nose is supposed to 2-gap. Right? He's 2-gapping in pinch. He's not picking the side. For some reason, he picks the side. Not sure why. All right? The Mike needs to fill that. That's a cloudy clear. Same with the Sam here. We want to attack this block, right? Take it on with our inside arm, outside arm leg free. Okay, take that block on. All right, you're going to see a little stunt here. So what's going to happen? Our nose is going to work to the weak side, and our tackle is going to loop to strong A. Okay, just a little D-line stunt movement. There's the fit. Now, the Mike can fire his gun here if he sees the run play, right? Our end is going to go C-gap. We know that. We know that the D lineman, the nose and the tackle have the A-gap. So the Mike backer, as his flow at him, he should fill his B-gap right now. Okay, right now I go to B-gap. His key's telling him to fill. Okay, it's zone at him, right? The guard is stepping to him like zone. The ball is coming to him. He needs to hit his gap. We got to trust other guys to do their jobs and play fast in our own responsibilities. Right now, he's waiting, and when you wait, you're late, right? So you guys got to go. You got to trust your eyes, and you got to play fast. Okay, our Sam here, number 11, you got to see your keys. You got to see M-loss, and you got to buzz your feet, then come back here and make a play. He's getting out of there too fast. He's not even seeing what's going on. Our Jack's coming off the edge here. We just have this is a Jack's. This is an Okie Nat with a Jack coming off the edge. Good job by number 13. See the D tackle looping around. Now you gotta get separation though. He's too tied up with that guy. Okay, as he's working right now, he's working over the top right there. We want to get our hands off. Okay, get some separation and wipe off of that thing. Go make the play once you see it. But a good little stunt right there for us. All right. So you're playing a beer team here. Here's a pinch call. So remember, our DNs are going to pinch in. The nose is going to 2-gap the center. Okay, here's my Jack on his key. His tight end's his key. He's going to read his key. Let's see what happens. His guy steps out. He steps out with him. Then he's going to have to fall back inside. Right? Be physical on that guy. Fall back inside. We get a double team. Now, my will is wrong. Right? He's not trusting his eyes. Okay, that's cloudy. He's thinking, okay, I'm a dive player, but it's cloudy. As soon as it's cloudy, he has to get over the top. So now he knows the dive's going to be taken by the other guy. Okay, it's tough for the nose guard, okay, in this situation, but you have to react to that center. Whichever way that center head goes, I want to work that way and try and work that head, get a great get off, and try and get my hat on the other crack, right? We want to get his hat in here, okay, so he can be in the play. Again, that takes away gaps and makes the play wider. Now my will should be fitting right here along with my jack. Again, option teams, they force you to be good at what you do. Everybody has to tackle one-on-one. Everybody has to do their job. All right, put this on here because we lost contain. All right, so we got an edge blitzer right here. Our Sam, we got smoke call. So the Sam and the Jack are both coming off the edge. They're D-gap blitzers. It means he has to keep contained. So you got to be smart as you're attacking it. We're watching him right here. Watch the Sam. Okay, he goes under. He saw the ball, thought he could make a play. No, don't do that, right? You're killing us. We got 4 other guys inside of you to make a play. Let him stay in there and take a hit. Don't let him get out like this. So this is like puts a lot of pressure on our defense, number 1, but also takes away a big play. We would have had a big loss here. If he just stays in his lane and keeps contained, number 12 is going to get a sack. So number 12 right there coming through. He's 2-gap in the center. He beats him. He beats him almost right away. We just need that quarterback to stay in the pocket. Okay, so right there, just by number 7's fit, by fitting wrong and not doing what he's supposed to do, now we miss out on a sack and a possible another fumble from the quarterback. Okay. Now one more thing about this play. All right, so up top, the other outside backer, you're going to see the Jack coming off the edge. Not bad speed rush, but see the difference? The Jack up top, he keeps contained. Here he comes. Need a little bit better move from him, but at least he's working the edge. He's going to dent and rip. Okay, we need to get our D tackle in the B gap sooner. So 55 can be in the B gap sooner. He's in the wrong gap. Remember, on smoke, he's running the pinch call, so he ran the wrong call. But our D tackle should be working the B. So now this tackle wouldn't be on him. He'd be working our guy, and one of these guys will hopefully come free. Also, another important point for D linemen and rushers, right here, 56 is getting off the block, and this guy scrambles. You're going to see him go where he is instead of going where he's going to be. We got to always talk about angles to the football with our guys when we're watching film, because a lot of times they don't realize to take bad angles, and that's just us coaching them up and them learning football acumen, learning their own speed and understanding the speed of the game so they can make more plays. All right, I want to finish this segment with a pursuit drill we like to use with the angles. What I think it's important to show is our corner is drawn outside. Okay, the Sam is going to force this thing inside of him. So when they fit on these drills, because the Sam knows he has contained most times, that running back's going to go inside of him. The running back's going to go inside of the corner, right? And everybody has a good angle to go meet the running back and not follow the same line. So I think it's important. I don't like putting the cones out. I'd rather have them just kind of run and touch off on a rabbit on a live player. That's a pursuit drill that we use here that I think is really valuable for us. Teach those guys those lessons. Either do a quick hit it and get up, or 2 steps to your gap, and then we get the rabbit going and we get our fits. But I think it's also important that we always remember the fits for our outside guys. And as we change the call, make sure that the guy who has contain and secondary contain, that they are fitting correctly and that back is going inside of them. All right?